Yeah. Oh, I can't keep track of all of my people. What am I gonna do? Look at all this. I can't keep my papers straight. No, what am I gonna do?
Don't worry, Betsy. We're gonna help you.
You are?
Yes, we are.
Really? No way. Really? You can help with all this?
We're gonna teach you the amazing cash generating whiteboard. Okay, come with us. We're gonna show you how to make $1 million and keep track of all your people for business success.
Yay!
Okay, this is the amazing cash generating whiteboard. Poni and I have taught this at events for several years now, and if I had to calculate it, this whiteboard, not this particular board, but a whiteboard concept has probably made $1.5 million for us.
Yay! Wow.
Yeah, at least $1 million, but closer to 1.5. So the way that we came up with this concept is just like you two. Early in our business, I was calling all these people, and I had, just like Beth, I had papers flying everywhere. And the challenge for me was that I was talking to so many people that I actually couldn't remember, okay, has this person heard the info line, or has this person had a sample yet? So every time I called them, I was almost starting over again. And so money was, I was losing lots of income instead of gaining. The other thing, there's 3 reasons that we started this amazing cash generating whiteboard. The other thing is that there's a process to building this business. And if I'm talking to Beth, for example, and I have to talk to her 6 or 7 times before she enrolls, because it's, oh, I gotta tell her this, and oh, I forgot to tell her that, and oh, she needs to be on this call. All of a sudden, Beth, she's thinking there's 6 or 7 steps. Is that hard or easy?
Hard.
Hard. But if there's only 1 or 2 defined steps, is that hard or easy?
Easy.
It's much easier. So I realized, okay, when I tell someone that there's only a couple steps and I take them through a couple of defined steps, they come on board. Their perception was right away that it was easy. And they automatically, even without me teaching them, they started doing the same 2 steps. Especially if I made it in advance, if I told them, Beth, there's only 2 steps to doing this business. I'll teach you those 2 steps as you're learning about the business. So it became something that just exploded our income, literally over 100% the first month we started doing it. And what I found, the other reason, is that most people, there's a window of time. We can get someone excited about the company and their products, and if we don't follow up and get them involved in the excitement tangibly and physically, we have to start all over again, or they're gone forever, or for a year, or for 6 months. Then they're just watching over our shoulders to see what we do with it. So we don't want that. We want them in as part of the excitement so that we can call them and say, hey, there's people joining your team, just like we've got going on with Heidi's business now. And for those of you watching at home, here's Beth of Zion. And here's Heidi from CelebrateSuccess.com, well, HeidiSell.com on her Celebrate Success website. So today we're going to take some of Beth's crazy mess that you saw, which is great because she's making contact with all of these people, and we're going to apply them to the amazing cash generating whiteboard. Now, the greatest thing about this concept, the amazing cash generating whiteboard, is that you do very little of the work. It does the work for you. Okay? So we defined this into 4 steps. This is the maximum amount of steps right here that we ever want to have anyone go through to come into our business, either as a product user or as a business builder. At 4 is the absolute max. At 4, they either enroll or they go off the board completely. Okay? When they go off the board, we never lose contact with them. Beth, for example, we're working on an email for Beth to send out to a lot of her folks. So if someone comes off the board and they don't get involved for some reason, we'll still keep communicating with them. And we may put them back on the board at some point in time, but for right now they're off the board. We only want to focus our time with people that are on the board. Now the way someone gets on the board is they qualify to be on the board. At least half the people in all of these lists and contact lists and your friends and warm market, cold market, at least half of those people we are not going to spend time on. We're just going to tell them right up front that this is not for them, or that they are not going on your whiteboard, either one. The people that go on the whiteboard are the ones that qualify for time. So how would they qualify for time? What do you think?
They show interest.
Yeah, exactly. The great thing about it is let's pick one person off your board that you're talking to. Let's start with Harvey.
Yeah.
Okay. Beth spoke with Harvey a few days ago, and you spoke to him about the company, and he expressed some interest, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Harvey's name now would go on the whiteboard, right there, okay? He's now put himself in a position where he deserves more of your time, okay? So let's say Beth's got this huge list of contacts. What we always want to tell Harvey is that it's easy to get products, or it's even easy to do our business. There's only a couple steps to it, Harvey. I always tell people that in advance, so they know, okay, if I learn this and I like the info, I can do the same thing. It would only be a couple of steps.